Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Dychronic, your host on this Destiny 2 video, and today we're taking a look at the Destiny 2 weekly there's no candy in the tree. Destiny 2 weekly reset for October 19, 2021, and if you haven't seen it already, the candy respawns per character per week. Let's go! I mean, it's not like I really needed candy, but it's candy. Are you gonna say no to candy? Free candy? If you don't know that both trees have candy in them per character per week. And the top one is a lot of candy. Oh, it used to be strange coins, but now it's 250 candy. Alright, and then there's one down here. Didn't get it. I got it. Anyways, for the weekly reset, obviously this is the second week of the Festival of the Lost. It goes on for 3 weeks total. So if you guys want to get any of the stuff like the masks and the ornaments and the sparrow and the more of the weapons and stuff, you can go ahead and do that till the end of November 2nd, I believe. If you want to see a full guide on what's going on with the solstice, I made a short last Thursday. Go check it out on my channel. And for the special and unique stuff going on this week, Astral Alignment finally got a legendary version, which is going to be 1320, which is not very high. Obviously, there's going to be a bunch of other modifiers. I personally still don't think it's going to be really that difficult, and you get 3 chests at the end instead of 2 chests, and obviously a higher chance of getting the catalyst. They said there was going to be extinguish. That's weird. I thought they said there was. Anyways, yeah, legend. There's probably some more rewards, maybe something else, I don't know. Anyways, moving on with the regular weekly reset, let's go ahead and take a look at the Nightfall. This week, it's going to be the Exodus Crash. So if you just got high enough level like I did to do Grandmaster Nightfalls, Exodus Crash really just makes you really depressed. Obviously, last week we had the Palindrome and the Swarm, so this week it's going to be not that. Maybe the Auto Rifle? I think the Auto Rifles come back around. Right, so it definitely is going to be the Auto Rifle plus the Shotgun, the Comedian, so I'm not a fan of either one. And yeah, for 100k, you guessed it, I would say Legend. It's one of those longer missions without really high density, so you're gonna run out of time if you end up playing this normally. The Strike Burn this week is gonna be Arc Cinch. The rotating Crucible playlist is gonna be Showdown. Up next for Europa, first up we have the Empire Hunt, which is gonna be the Dark Priestess. The simulation is gonna be Survival, which is gonna be the one with the cold. Deep Stone Crypt Raid Challenge going to be taking place in the first encounter. Basically, every person has to do the operator buff underneath at least once during that encounter. For the Vault of Glass Challenge, we have Strangers in Time, taking place in the second to last encounter of the raid during the Gatekeeper encounter. And in this encounter, every time you have a Minotaur and a Wyvern spawn in, you have to kill them in about the same time. Up next, let's take a look at the seasonal challenges for week 9. Defeating enemies with auto rifles and melee attacks, bonus progress in Astral. Astral Alignment on Legendary, XP++, that's pretty good. Winning 20 rounds of Trials, Challenger XP+++, and a Trials of Osiris weapon. Completing Gambit matches with the 3 different kinds of subclasses, that's a ++. Getting kills with kinetic energy and power weapons, bonus against champions. And completing strikes with each of the different elemental subclasses. Again, these are all +++++, they're pretty high XP. How did I rank up? I just was standing there and I just ranked up. Up next, let's take a look at Banshee's inventory. 7 Seraph Revolver, actually not a bad roll on it. However, you'd like to see a bit more range. A Pendant Mag is actually pretty good, so overall a pretty decent roll. However, I think there's Time Payload and Vorpal, which I prefer. Toil in Trouble, not really the best roll. However, a couple of different range options are pretty nice, but personally just don't like this aggressive frame. Wishbringer Shotgun, which doesn't really do anything really that well. Ooh, Gnawing Hunger with a tap to trigger Rampage. Unfortunately, it's not a range or stability masterwork. It does have Accurize, and the barrels aren't the biggest thing in the world. So I'd say this is a pretty damn good roll, although I would like to have range or stability here. The Bad Omens, which is a Field Prep Cluster Bomb, which is pretty much what you want. However, it does not have impact casing. And finally, Tarantula. Field Prep Rampage. Field Prep is actually pretty good these days, especially with the particle deconstruction stuff. You really do so much damage with these linears these days, and everything else is whatever. If you don't have one, it's okay. It's not the best. Up next for Eververse's store. Taking a look at all of the, let's go. Taking a look at all of the different available stuff. First up, we actually have a mask, which is specific to Eververse. The only way to get it is from Eververse. So if you wanted this, one of the original base game Titan helmets. We also have the Skitter Scare, which is a sparrow that quite literally has legs that move around like a spider, and that is just gross and incredible, and I can't wait to use it. We also have the Ghost Projection, and of course, a reanimated Verve as far as the shader goes, which I'm not exactly sure what they're going with this. It must be a theme I'm not getting. For the other Bright Dust section, we have things like the Pumpkin Dance, which is like that. Pretty nice dance, actually. It's Showtime, which is one of these emotes. There you go, Showtime. We have the Stonecrafter's Amalgam Shell, which actually has electricity coming off the back. I forgot about this shell, to be honest with you. We have the Sparrow, which we did see last year. We have the Ship, again, we did see last year. Pretty good ships, pretty, we have the Jack-o'-lantern mask, which is actually a very popular one. Definitely something that a lot of people are wearing, and I definitely like it myself. We have ghost projections here and here. We have transmet effects, which look like this. Next one is going to be that only the finest, kind of like a reef stuff. We have a new one, which is a new shader, very green across the board. You can tell it's new because it's the current season symbol, and if that's something you're looking forward to, it's very green. We have the Byzantium Lotus, which looks more like a nice wine. Sunrise Warrior, probably one of the best pink armors because it has this black with a very hot pink on it. Very pungent pink, and of course Precursive X Chrome, one of my favorite shaders of all time. It's basically your white, black, and gold, and it looks good on almost everything. One of the most recommended things I would ever recommend. And furthermore, if you can't see it, the white part actually has like this little crisscross effect, like it's marble or something like that. It's just beautiful. Texture is just amazing. And of course, I'm not going to go through all of it. There's going to be an event section where you can buy all of the different stuff available during the event, including buying some stuff for Bright Death. So if you want to go in there and buy some of the new armor sets or the old armor sets, you have that ability to do so for those specific stuff, and of course everything else is here for silver. As for the compass, gonna take a look at the different possible rewards, obviously available once you have the right rank for the thing, and obviously I finally reached rank 20, or I think 15 was the highest, where I can finally buy the last one. Keeping in mind they do rotate weekly, I believe between 3 different stocks, so if you want to get all of them, you have to log in for 3 different weeks whenever you have the max rank. And of course, if you haven't seen it already, I do live stream at twitch.tv, link in the description down below. You can see all the times on screen right now, usually right after the Zerv videos, the reset videos, and all the other times. Come check it out. Oftentimes doing open lobbies for raids, for nightfalls, for seasonal stuff. Come on, go ahead and join us. And of course, a big thank you to my patrons on Patreon. Specifically, a big thank you to Mom and Dad, Luco, Dr. Strange, Kellyanne, Joe Smith, Monday, Steve Barker, Raymond, Jonah, and Panther, Casey Reagan. Follow us up on Patreon! And that's it. If you guys did enjoy, my name is Dychronic, and I'll see you guys on the next one.